Hello everyone, and welcome to the Library Talk on the library research and resources. My name is Natalia, and I am your reference librarian at the David Allen Hubbard Library at Fuller Theological Seminary. My role is to facilitate your learning experience, research, and access to the library resources and services. Today we are going to talk about core databases in psychology, psychiatry, therapy, and counseling that you can access through our library. After the presentation, you're going to understand better how to access the databases and how to select them. In the second part of the recording, you will become more familiar with three databases such as psychology articles, psychology information, and psychology tests. In the third part, I will provide some suggestions on using the ebooks. Before we look at these resources, let's brush on a few research terms and discuss the advantages of using the databases. What is a library database? It's an organized and searchable collection of computer records created for saving, searching, receiving, and protecting the information. You may be familiar with some of the databases, such as library databases and catalogs, bank and census records, Microsoft Access, and Excel. What do the databases have in common? Databases store a lot of information and include advanced search and exporting tools, such as indices and filters, saving and sharing options. In the academic library like ours, most of the databases provide access to the scholarly or peer-reviewed resources published by researchers and experts in the different fields of science, study, or industry. You can recognize scholarly resources by the use of language and terminology intended for the formal presentation of the information. The scholarly publications often include statistics, graphs, describe research methods, analyze the behavior, propose a new therapy, and so on and so forth. Scholarly publication is one of the communication channels for sharing knowledge. Another trait of scholarly publications is the extensive use of scholarly works that can be traced down in the references, such as bibliography, footnotes, and endnotes. Why do we recommend using the databases? As a scholar in the graduate program, you are becoming an expert and contributor to the research. While you write your literature review or complete an academic assignment, you are expected to use peer-reviewed publications, and knowing how to find them is the essential part of your academic experience, and it's a great skill to have. While searching a database is not always easy, it's a skill that you can master. And I can assure you that our library team is going to assist you in this process. What type of resources can you find in the library databases? The database resources vary by format or genre. Different databases host ebooks, essays, reports, book reviews, articles, indices, news, abstracts, and other resources, or combine many different resources. Many databases provide access to full text, so you can download and save documents at your convenience. The database tools allow us to research many topics effectively and efficiently. We will look at a few search examples later in the second part of the recording. And now let's talk what databases are available in our library. You have access to the general and multidisciplinary databases such as WorldCat, Academic Search Premier, JSTOR, ProQuest Research Library, EBSCO eBooks, Sage Journals, to name a few. WorldCat is an abbreviated name of a global library catalog that includes our library and other library catalog records. All other names, such as EBSCO.JSTOR and others, are the brand names of large companies and database providers. Some other databases are focused on specific subjects or a few closely related disciplines. For example, Psychology Articles and Psychology Info are the databases maintained by the American Psychological Association that provide resources for researchers, educators, students, therapists, and clinicians. In bibliographic databases, the records may be limited to the publication information and abstract, which is a summary of a publication. In our library, bibliographic databases include Medline, ERIC, and Psychology Info. Medline covers clinical medicine, psychiatry, nursing, and other related fields. It includes citations from over 4,800 current biomedical journals and over 19,000 older journals. ERIC is an online library of education, research, and information. To access resources not available as full text, you can search our library catalog databases and request a document delivered through your library account. Sometimes articles can be found in open access journals or other collections online. How can you access the databases? Access to the databases is provided through our library website at library.fuller.edu. Click on the database link and you will be redirected to the database directory that includes a description of each database and can be searched by different criteria. To view the list of the databases in psychology, click on the subject index, find the psychology databases, and select it. Once you select psychology databases, the list of psychology databases will be displayed on the web page. To access the databases listed here, click on its title. After that, you will be directed to the database search page. If you are not signed in, you would need to provide your Fuller ID and password. You may be also interested in knowing if searching our library catalog will return results from the databases, and the answer is yes. Our catalog is another large database connected to the selected library databases. Please note that the default search setting in our catalog lets you search a limited number of databases. To add additional databases or subset of databases in psychology to your search via library catalog, you can use an advanced search. To proceed to the advanced search, click on the advanced icon located next to the main search box of a library catalog. Then, select a database or group of them to save your preferences for the next search. In short, in the first part of this recording, we talked about the advantages of using the databases and the resources that you can find in the databases. The databases include many scholarly resources and will help you to research effectively and efficiently. In the next part of the recording, we will talk about psychology articles and test databases. If you need any assistance with the references, research, individual training, and support, please do not hesitate to contact us. Our email is lib-reference@fuller.edu. And thank you for tuning in.